Okay. Even though I feel like I've talked about this item quite a bit, I've been getting a lot of questions the past few months about it, so I'd like to do a discourse. And there are, of the 6,000 plus videos that I've got, let me seat myself here. I can only think of like a half a dozen things I could say, just shut up and get it. Like a Godox 685 and a X Pro trigger and some other little inexpensive stuff. And I don't know how inexpensive this is. I mean, at $300, you remember the old story of Goldilocks and the porridge was too hot and the whole too cold, and she found the perfect intermediary. And I love light mods. I love making my own light mods. I love lighting equipment, studio strobe, speed lights. I mean, I've probably got like 50 speed lights, which is ridiculous. How did I end up with, I know how I ended up with over 50 speedlights, but that's a matter for another discussion. Here we got the Godox 8200, and of course it should come with this, but it doesn't. Actually, it should come with both of these things. But let me tell you what this is, and I was recently asked about this unit by Darren Miles. He's like, I just don't have enough power for, he's that photographer down in Naples, Florida. You know, the guy that goes, "Welcome to sunny South Florida." Hey, Darren. But this video is not for Darren, it's for everybody else that keeps asking me these questions. This is a little actual pouch unit. You can actually hang it off of your hip, and you can hang it off of a light stand. So the actual studio strobe, and it's not a studio strobe, it's halfway between a speed light and a studio strobe, becomes its own counterweight, so you don't need to bring a sandbag. You can actually hang this low, put your light mod, of which, there's round heads and there's regular speed light heads, although much more powerful, and bare bulb heads. I mean, I got mods out the ass, and I've got images of all the mods in my free Fujifilm book if you'd like to take a look. The link is below the download on the book. In the speedlight section, I got tons of pictures of all the light mods for this, and this guy said, this literally is the best thing since sliced bread. I mean, silk, sex, and sugar, tougher than woodpecker lips, absolutely freaking awesome, unbelievable. It does not come with this 6-foot extension. However, I wished it did. I got a couple of these. I think it's, what, 45 bucks for this? Anyway, it's a head extension. As you can see here, you can pop your speedlight heads, your bare bulb head, or countless light mods for this. And of course, it's got a hot shoe attachment. I actually stick this on the end of a quick stick. Now, a quick stick is basically a stick with a handle on it that telescopes out. So I can hang this off of my hip, and you got 200 watt-seconds of power. Normally, the head goes right here. Of course, here we have the display panel. They have a new Pro unit, the new Godox 8200 Pro. And by the way, the Flashpoint units are the same damn thing. They're just rebadged for ADARAM. They call them Flashpoint. It's the same damn thing. The only difference on that unit is that they actually recess the face so it's not so easily bumpable or scratchable on the face, and the dials are recessed, and it has slightly better, although no one was bitching about this unit, color balance on the output. I mean, what's the variance? Like about 50 Kelvin? Who gives a damn? Nobody sees that anyway. So those are the only two things on the Pro unit, but you actually also here have these brass screw mounts for actually mounting it anywhere, but this is the best thing in the world. There's this $19 pouch and this $45 head extension. I keep this on my hip, and on the end of this, those heads don't weigh anything. I got 200 watt-seconds of power with like a 4-ounce head, depending on what sort of mod you stick on here, on this, which is about 4 ounces itself. So I got a tremendous amount of power that's extendable 6 feet on the end of a quick stick. Look up quick stick, by the way, if you want to in B&H Foot. I got one right over here. I'd like to grab it, but it's piled underneath some stuff. I got another one over there. I got a new job today. Well, not a new job, but I mean a new photographic job. I've found the easiest thing now is keeping some of my product shots on my iPhone. And I was showing some product shots to this store manager today that I was shopping in, and oh my god, that's great! So I got a job by keeping some of my product shots on my iPhone. But anyway, this is it. Here's a removable battery pack. It's a lithium battery pack. I think like $45 for replacement ones or like backups. But this is it. This is the perfect intermediary between a speed light, Depending on which speed light it is, you know, you're looking between 40 to 60 watt seconds of output. This is 200 watt seconds, which is at a baseline, like this is 180 watt second output on the lowest power Digibee behind me. Big studio strobe. And a super powerful, very big, very heavy studio strobe. This is it. This is not really any big. They call this pocketable, but it's not really pocketable. Not once you pop a battery in here. But this also works with the X Pro trigger that you have currently for your Godox 685. But this is the perfect intermediate. It's like, you know, I don't want to pack a big ass studio strobe, but I need more power than a freaking speed light. What am I going to bring? And this is it. I got a couple of them now, and I could not be happier than I am with this one's marked Flashpoint. My other one's marked Godox. They're both the same thing. I got this one from Autorama, which I don't like shopping at, by the way. And the other one is marked Godox, but they're the same damn thing. Exactly the same damn thing. And here you can see, I just click that in there, and now I've got a 6-foot head extension. And, you know, this doesn't have to, all the weight, the battery pack, which is not in here right now, and obviously you drop this in the concrete, you got problems. I put this in its little protective sleeve. This is $19, as I told you. You can get these on Amazon or wherever, or on, this is called a slinger. There's even one that's got a little better padding on the inside. I stuck a clip on the back of mine, but it's also got a loop back here. It also buckles onto a light stand, but I want to hang it off of my hip. I mean, with a head on the end of a quick stick, I can sit there with the camera in one hand and the head on the end of a quick stick. There's no weight at all there. There's just none. And we talk about 200 watt seconds of power with no weight at all. And if you take a little dinky ass light stand to a outdoor shoot or even indoor, you know, you don't need to sandbag anything. You just hang this off the back, unless it's really windy, of course, because this isn't that heavy. You just hook this on the bottom. If it falls over, your light stand falls over. This is already near the ground anyway, and it's not going to be damaged. And the head on the end of this, 99 times out of 100, it's not going to be damaged either. And also you can screw this into the bottom of a monopod. I use a quick stick. This is just the tits. Really, if you're doing wedding photography, if you're doing... this is not very useful for event photography unless you got a booth set up. So useful. You know, someone says, I got like a half a dozen speed lights. I thought about buying a studio strobe, but you know, those big bulky bastards, you don't want to pack that crap around. I understand that. I do. Everybody should really have one of these. I mean, everybody, that's not true. I have to backpedal that a little bit. If you're doing any paid for photography, honestly, unless it's photojournalism, or it's all event photography, really everybody should have a Godox 8200. As this name implies, it's 200 watt seconds of output. And if you buy it without the 6-foot head extension cable, I mean, you're really screwing up, because that's really stupid. Otherwise, the head is actually on the unit right here, right? They make this pouch for actually sticking the head extension on. Otherwise, you know, you've got the radio, very nice unit, but you got the head right here, and then you got this unit on either the top of a stick, and, you know, no, this makes it so much nicer. So, it's kind of like having a really awesome car without power steering. It's like, well, it's an awesome car, but it's got no power steering, so it sucks ass to drive. This is the power steering for the 8200. At $300, really, you know, if you don't have a studio strobe, even if you do have a studio strobe, this is not my opinion, this is a fact. Before we had speed lights over here, and we had big ass studio strobes over here, and there's really nothing other than some bullshit in between. Nothing really good, nothing. It was nothing. It was speed lights and studio strobes. This is whoosh, right down the middle. It's actually the best of both worlds. Portable, small, just absolutely frigging awesome. There's just not a chance in hell that you would be unhappy with this unit. But please God, buy it with the extension cable. Like I said, out of 6,000 plus videos, this is one of the few things I can say that if you're doing paid for photography, You're doing weddings. You're doing outdoor events and countless stuff. Oh my God, you're just an idiot if you don't own one of these. Really mean that, because I have to be careful saying that. It's like, he says I gotta buy it. How often do I say that? I really don't. I don't make videos saying, oh, this is great, you need to buy this shit. I don't do that. I'll say, this is great, you know, I love it, this great lens, or... I don't praise crap either. Unlike everybody else, I praise everything. Every video someone does, hey, this is great, that's great. It's like, what nothing you say is worth anything. You think everything's great. God, I hate people that do that in reviews. This is great, crusty turd on toilet paper is great. Your advice is useless. You think everything's great. God, I hate people do that. I definitely don't do that. Well, I got some, well, no. If anything that I'm guilty of, it's definitely not that. I actually can happily say also regarding cameras and lenses, my hit rate is better than anybody else's too. I'm actually proud of that. I don't like that guy. I see this all the time. I don't like that guy. He's an asshole. But man, when he says I should buy something, I buy it. I'm so happy with it, but I don't like him. Well, as long as you're happy, that's what's important. Because whatever you buy, I don't make a dime. I don't. Affiliate link free and still affiliate link free. Anyway, check it out. Doesn't matter if it's a Flashpoint or a freaking Godox. They're both the same damn thing. Yep-a-doodle. So, thank you so much for watching. It is like 2 o'clock in the morning. I've been so freaking busy today. I got a lot of stuff to do tomorrow, too. I get tired of being this busy all the time. It gets old, man. It's wearing down on me a little bit. But anyway, wait for it. Godox. Some people in China were like correcting me that speaking. He said, no, it's not Godox, it's Godox. I was like, oh, shut up. Will ya? Shut the hell up. Oh, they do the same about Nikon. It's not Nikon, it's Nikon. Shut up. Who cares? Who cares? Nobody gives a shit.